So you have decided to embark on your journey to becoming an apprentice of the Greybeards, a student of the way of the voice, a journey of a lifetime. Before we delve into the practical aspects of your training, we must go back to the very origins of this power, to the beginning, the birth of the Nords themselves, the breath of a goddess. Nords believe they were breathed into existence by Kine, goddess of the sky, goddess of the storm, widow of shore, and mother of men. Here, at the throat of the world. This is a powerful place, which draws connection between breath and wind. It is believed to be the very essence of the Nords themselves. To learn the Thu'um, the shout, the voice, you must understand that it is not just a magical ability. It is an expression of one's very being. While many Nords cherish the myth of Kine, there is evidence that suggests that Nords were descended from migrants of the continent of Atmora. These origins have shaped the Nords' understanding of themselves and of their power. A long time ago, dragons descended upon this land and called this place Monavan, which means Mother Wind. The dragons came and recognized the land as a source of immense power, a place where the very forces of creation were at play. This is not just about the shaping of the Nords themselves, but of the world around us. For a long period, Nords were never masters of the Thu'um. Descended from Atmoran settlers, ancient Nords held a deep reverence for the natural world. They deified various animals, incorporating them into their worship. Dragons, with their ability to fly, speak, and wield powerful magic, held a preeminent position within their pantheon. Atmorans, impressed by the dragon's power, viewed them as god-kings. This reverence formed the foundation of the dragon cult, a powerful religious and political force that would shape the destiny of the Nords, serving as intermediaries between the dragons and the human population. Dragon priests slowly learned this power through their connection to the dragons and their understanding of the dragon language. They used this power to establish their authority and maintain order, effectively ruling in the stead of the dragons they worshipped. However, the dragon cult's reign in Tamriel took a darker turn, shifting them from peacekeepers to tyrants. A corruption within the cult, one might speculate, is Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh, as the catalyst for this change, a central figure to the dragon cult. Forsaking his role as World Eater, Alduin chose to pursue conquest, an ambition that influenced the dragon priests, leading them to adopt an oppressive rule. The dragon priests started demanding tribute, enforcing harsh laws, effectively enslaving the populace. A far cry from their original purpose of maintaining harmony between dragons and men. Temples were built to appease these fearsome preachers and the oppression of an entire people. Echoes of that time still linger, as many of those temples are now haunted ruins scattered across Skyrim, a testament to the dragon cult's power. This is where history takes an unexpected turn. The dragons, worshipped as god-kings, remained aloof, content to let their priests maintain their dominion. This seemingly unshakable control would soon crumble, as some dragons, perhaps witnessing the suffering of the Nords, grew disgusted by the corruption of their own kind and chose to rebel against the very cult that worshipped them. Their motivations remain shrouded in mystery, but their actions would spark a revolution. They rebelled against the dragon cult and did something extraordinary. They taught the Nords the secrets of the Thu'um, the very power that had been used to enslave them. Armed with the Thu'um, the Nords rose up and led a bloody campaign against the dragon cult. This is known as the Dragon War. Nords, fueled by their newfound power and desire for freedom, fought with a ferocity that surprised even the dragons, a desperate struggle for survival against seemingly insurmountable odds. When their numbers decimated and Alduin was defeated, the dragons fled to remote areas of Skyrim, stripped of their god-kings and their monopoly over the Thu'um. The dragon cult was cast out of Nordic society. The Dragon War, while marking the end of the dragon cult's dominance, left a lasting impact on Nordic culture, establishing the profound respect Nords hold for tongues, masters of the Thu'um. This respect stems from the crucial role tongues and dragon slayers played in defeating Alduin and freeing the Nords from tyranny. This respect was further solidified during the Battle of Red Mountain, where Jurgen Windcaller, a seasoned warrior and powerful tongue, fought alongside his fellow Nords. The Nords, seeking to reclaim Morrowind, were drawn into a conflict between the Kai'ma and the Dwemer, fueled by the rediscovery of the heart of Lorkhan. Despite their mastery of the Thu'um, the Nords suffered a crushing defeat. The true events of the battle remain shrouded in mystery. The defeat at Red Mountain profoundly impacted Jurgen Windcaller. After witnessing the horrors, the devastating losses, despite the Nords' use of the Thu'um, forced him to question the nature of the voice and its limitations. This disillusionment led him to seek answers through years of meditation. he emerged from his isolation after 7 years, burdened by the shame of defeat at Red Mountain and a profound realization. The Nords, in their arrogance, had wielded the Thu'um as a weapon of conquest, forgetting its true purpose: to honor the gods. Their misuse of this sacred gift had brought only destruction and divine punishment. Thus, Windcaller understood that the Thu'um wasn't just a weapon. It was a force of immense potential, capable of both creation and destruction. To wield it responsibly, to truly master its power, was to use it for the glory of the gods, not for the ambitions of men. Windcaller sought to share his newfound wisdom with his fellow Nords, particularly the Tongues, who continued to view the Thu'um primarily as a weapon. However, his message faced resistance. 17 powerful tongues challenged Windcaller, disputing his philosophy and engaging him in a legendary battle. Windcaller swallowed the shouts of these tongues for 3 days until they conceded defeat. With the 17 tongues convinced of the way of the voice's merits, they joined him in his journey to the highest slopes of the throat of the world. Here, Jurgen Windcaller established High Hrothgar, a secluded monastery dedicated to studying and practicing the way of the voice. The monks who followed Jurgen's teachings became known as the Greybeards, renowned for their mastery of the voice and their unwavering commitment to peace. The way of the voice continued to shape Nordic culture for centuries. The Greybeards, following in his footsteps, maintained secluded existence at High Hrothgar, preserving the teachings and guiding those worthy of learning the Thu'um. This philosophy also influenced other Nord heroes and rulers, including Tiber Septim, who, despite using the Thu'um for conquest, recognized the need for restraint and established the Imperial College of the Voice to promote a more measured approach. The way of the voice emphasizes restraint, using the shout only in times of dire need, a philosophy that would forever shape the way the Nords understood and wielded the Thu'um. This is how our order came to be. High Hrothgar, perched atop the throat of the world, is a place of immense power, both physical and spiritual. A place where the winds whisper secrets. Atop 7,000 steps, a mountain seeped in ancient energy. In the biting wind, the isolation is a test of endurance, as much as a spiritual journey. And that is precisely the point. The journey to High Hrothgar is a reflection of the path to mastering the voice, a process of purification, stripping away worldly distractions to connect with something deeper, something more profound. Learning to shout by embracing silence. This you must understand. The voice is an expression of your very being. Mastering the voice means mastering yourself. Our days are spent with meditating, contemplating, and rigorous training in the art of wielding the Thu'um. Silence is a cornerstone of the way of the voice. Its true mastery comes from understanding the power of silence. This means to hold your voice in check. One will never discover his loudest shout until he has fully embraced silence. By focusing our minds, honing control over the breath, we find the deeper meanings behind what we call the words of power. A word of power represents a fundamental concept, a force of nature. To truly master the Thu'um, one must not simply memorize these words, but understand their essence, their connection to the very fabric of reality. You must realize this and be aware of how they connect to the world around you. Every shout is an act of creation, a shaping of reality itself. You must be cautious about using the voice, reserving it for times of true need. This is why we choose to live in isolation, for it is a heavy responsibility to carry. Control of your breath is key. This will help you achieve a state of perfect stillness and focus. We shall explore supplemental techniques to enhance this concentration at a later time. Do not let the mundane nature of something as simple as breath fool you. Soon, you will intimately learn that it is the source of all energy. We start by chanting the words of power, focusing their intent, honing the ability to channel their inner force. As you slowly learn to control your breath, you will learn to calm the mind, focus the spirit, and awaken the inner potential of the voice. A pathway to the primal force within will be built, unlocking the essence of Kain's breath. With your spine straight, eyes closed, you inhale slowly and deeply, filling your lungs completely. Feel the energy building. Notice it within you, letting go steadily. You will establish a baseline connection between your breath and your inner force. As you master this connection, you will unify your body and your spirit. This teaches you how to cultivate Kain's essence, establishing the link between breath, wind, and spirit. Practice, discipline, and patience are crucial. You will begin to feel a shift within yourself. Your mind will become clearer, your senses sharper. You will be able to perceive your inner voice gaining strength. You will learn to develop a deeper connection to the world around you. This connection is foundational to understanding the words of power. Each word of power represents a fundamental concept, a force of nature, like fire or frost. The Thu'um is not a toy to be wielded carelessly. It is a sacred gift to be used with wisdom and compassion. We, Greybeards, embody this principle in our own lives. We serve as living examples of the way of the voice, a testament to the power of silence, of self-control, and of a life dedicated to something greater than oneself. And you, apprentice, have the opportunity to follow our footsteps. The path is long and arduous, but the rewards are immeasurable. The voice is a manifestation of the soul. Every word we speak, every sound we utter, is a reflection of our inner being, our voice. It carries our thoughts, our emotions, our very essence. When we shout, we aren't just making powerful noises. We are projecting our inner selves outward. The Thu'um is the most powerful expression of that connection. It allows us to tap into the primal forces of nature, to shape reality itself through the power of our will. The voice becomes a bridge between the inner and outer worlds, between our intentions and the physical reality around us. Mastering the voice requires mastering of oneself. It is a journey of self-discovery as much as it is personal growth. It is about understanding our own strengths and weaknesses, of cultivating inner peace through inner strength and harmony. True power comes not from brute force, but from self-control, from wisdom and compassion. We have come to understand that every word carries weight. Even the smallest utterance can have profound consequences. We strive to embody the principle of strength in silence, believing that true power lies in knowing when to speak and when to hold your tongue. Those who don't share that philosophy, who use the Thu'um for personal gain or for violence, is the very dilemma which has haunted the Nords throughout our history. The power of the Thu'um is a double-edged sword. It can be used for good or for evil, for creation or destruction. We have seen examples of both. Tiber Septim used the Thu'um to unite Tamriel, but others have used it to wage war and conquer. Of course, we recognize this inherent duality, this potential for both light and darkness within the voice. To prevent the misuse of the Thu'um, we offer our guidance to those who seek it. It's a difficult and narrow path to possess such power, to see the potential for both good and evil, and to choose to walk the path of peace. It requires unwavering faith and a profound understanding of the nature of the voice. It's a challenge that faces every student of the way of the voice, the choice of how to wield the power that lies within. It's a choice that defines not just your mastery of the Thu'um, but of your character. The time has come for you to take a moment to reflect and meditate on what you have learned. You may use this time to practice cultivating Kind's essence, establishing the connection between your breath and your spirit. Breath and focus, apprentice. Wind, guide you.